This is Chillmonger, the other mutant from Wakanda. I spent a semester in Westchester and I'm an excellent pro wrestler. Captain Marvel was a fantastic, good movie. It was just good. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't great. I had a talk with a friend who rated it as low as a 7. And that made me, okay, I naturally had to ask, okay, why did you think it was so low? I had it at a 9 as soon as I left the theater. I always take a picture of the screen and say 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 for a movie. I said 9. He talked me down. He said that she didn't face much tribulations. And I was thinking, man, she did have that moment where she could outdo the neck controller better than fucking Thor. She did have that moment. She had 3 villains in the movie. One of them was Ronan. I won't get into spoilers too much. She had 3 villains in the movie and she managed to come out of it alive. There were enough stakes in the movie. This was, if you're talking about the character herself though, because she's so OP, I understand that she didn't have too much difficulty. She basically won easily. And I think that that's okay because the power set is so okay. The learning the powers was sort of the story of it, so I'm not too mad. I know some people have a checklist of a hero's got to do this and that and that. When you're that damn powerful, which she is, if she's not the strongest Avenger, then she's tied with Hulk and Thor. If she's not the strongest, but she's pretty man. From what I've seen, what you saw in the trailer, that was the climax of the movie basically. Which I'm kind of upset that they even put that in the trailer. But I understand you got to sell movies. I wouldn't have put that in the trailer if it was me, because that was basically the ending. There's a little bit more spice to it, but that you get the gist of things with the trailer. I want to start from the tippy top of the movie. The logo with Stan Lee being represented was cool. It was a little bit of a tribute. He also had a cameo in the movie, which is like, and I won't say what it is, but it's like the people at Marvel knew, just in case he dies. He's 90, maybe 94 when he filmed those things. Just in case he dies, we're going to make it so that it serves a purpose like that, and also a purpose where it's in the movie. Kind of cool of Marvel to do that. But a lot of the other part of the trailer was the first 10 minutes of the movie, so that's really cool to see. I won't get into it. This movie wasn't funny. The Marvel humor that we're used to, nah man, there wasn't. There was a couple quips in there where they'll say like something ass, okay, funny. But nah man, no comedy in this one. This wasn't Infinity War. This one was just a straight up story. It was a linear story, couple of twists with the Skrulls, which we expected, but the Skrulls, man. If you think that they're just the basic bad guys who change people, nah man, you get to know a little bit more about both the Kree and the Skrull. This is like a Guardians of the Galaxy prelude, the first movie prelude, learning about Ronan. You know what? Agent Coulson's not in this too much. Neither was Minerva. I don't know why Minerva was doing so much media. She wasn't that important. Now there's a thing because Minerva is an alien. Remember when Black Widow fought Proxima Midnight? People were saying, "Yo, how could she square up with her?" And to me, it's like being an alien doesn't mean you're superior. You are, and this is what my friend was telling me about. You can't be fighting an alien with your little space airship and then human Earth airship. To me, it's like, why is it any different? There's gravity, the rules apply here. Technique is the same. If you can outmaneuver an alien using your ship, then you should be able to do it, whether you're human or not. And same with Proxima Midnight. When Black Widow was fighting her, first of all, she got the jump on her, and secondly, she was using the same weapon that Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight were using, and that's what she was using to penetrate her skin. So if maybe you want to say Proxima Midnight, this is another movie, had special skin, so they were using alien technology to combat her. They all got 4 limbs, we all have brains, we all have, it's the same shit, man. I focus too much time on that, I'm just going to skip ahead. The movie starts with Carol already Kree, and she was abducted 6 years ago in 1989. That's cool, man. I know that she can fight because they did 6 years of she's a trained Kree warrior. Perfect. You don't waste too much time with that. And the higher, further, faster thing in the trailer, they think they only said it once. I only heard it one time in the whole movie. So that's something. One thing that they did very, very well in this movie was the alien stuff. When the alien was on Earth, things like You know, they wouldn't know what recycling is, for example, or they wouldn't know to drive on the right side of the road or the left side of the road. They just see road, drive. It's a lot of stuff like with the train, putting their hands on the tether that on a streetcar. They wouldn't know the difference, and you touch it, you get shocked. Very cool how aliens didn't understand things that we naturally know. Carol was one of those people. That there was some comedy with Carol not knowing what was what. She, for all she knows, man, she was just born on Crete. And a lot of the Skrull stuff where they had to explain who they were to each other without giving away, man, it was cool. The questions that they asked each other, it was very intense all the time. There wasn't a big reveal like I predicted in my earlier videos about who's going to be the Skrull the whole time and who we're going to find out. No, it wasn't like that. I did make 5 expectations, and all 5 expectations were met. Let me double check. Why was Carol absent from the MCU? Where has she been? We get an answer to where she's been the whole time, and it makes sense to me. It's kind of Nick Fury's fault we haven't seen her since, but they make a lot of sense of it. Some of the stuff I predicted in my countdown videos of the last 7 days. How does that little device communicator work? We get an answer to how the pager works also. What are her powers? What are they? Now I don't gotta see them all. Yeah, we know what her powers are. And we know what her powers are, and we haven't seen the best of it. I feel like they will be shown in full force during the Endgame movie. How did Nick Fury lose an eye? Yeah, we know how Nick Fury lost his eye. Nothing special. Don't get your hopes up too high. The next question was, number 5 is, how did Ronan the Accuser turn evil? And there's a problem with the question. It's implying that he turned evil. He was always a hard ass in part of the Kree. That ain't too much of a spoiler. I'm gonna end the video here. That's my non-spoiler, mild Chillmonger review. Yeah, that was the Chillmonger review. You want the heavy duty thing? When I get home later on, I'll probably, I'll watch the movie a second time, maybe take some notes on my phone, sit in the back of the theater, and you can get a much more in-depth movie review. Again, I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. It was fine. It was enjoyable. Wasn't like other Marvel movies with a whole lot of action, but it was a story of it. It was an origin story. It was an origin story. I would have maybe changed the order of the post-credit scenes without saying too much. Okay. And I'm not going to say what the end credit scene is. The end credit scenes, though, when you make an audience wait that long, you should reward them with progression in the stories and stuff. Don't give me what you did in Ant-Man and the Wasp, where you got the ant playing drums, but the more important thing was the quantum realm snap happens. That was cool, and that needs to happen at the end to reward me as the viewer. Marvel can't be taking advantage of their audience. I'm not too sad giving this movie 9 to an 8. Like I said, I thought it was a 9 when I left the theater. My friend changed my mind, and it's an 8 now. I saw Tyrone Magnus, big reviewer. He shot a video saying, this is my pre-Captain Marvel review. And he was like, so I'm eager to see what he has to say about it. I haven't seen what other people are saying about it. I know people will look for the woman stuff and kind of dig in deep for that. Like, a woman would never do that. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know there was a male villain, but there wasn't no putting down men either. There wasn't. I didn't see it, but I wasn't also looking for it. Guys who are more critical, I will be looking for it. I don't know how you could give this movie lower than... You can't say this was a bad movie, but people will. My name is Chillmonger. I chill, I monger, I drink coffee, and I roll up the rim. And sometimes, just sometimes, please play again.